Alright guys, today we're going to be making this amazing Instagram carousel design right here in Adobe Photoshop. Let's get right into it. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is to go to File, click on New, we'll start a new file, and then select the file size. Now, I like to work with millimeters, so I'm going to switch this millimeters. Now, our slide that has 5 different slides, our carousel has 5 different slides, and I'm going to make that into 100 by 100. So what that means is that the width is going to be 500, and then the height is going to be 100, so that when I divide it into 5, it's going to make 100 by 100 each. So I'm going to just set that up and press create. Now, once I do that, this will come up. So the first thing I want to do, of course, is to let me just clear these guides. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is to create my guides, right? To create new guides that's going to divide the page, that's to divide the page into the artboard into 5 different, slides. How am I going to do that? I'm going to use a rectangle to draw a square, right? Like this, okay, to make sure that we have a perfect square here. That way we'll get the actual width. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in to here to be sure. Okay, once I'm sure of that, I can now zoom out and then get my guides, drag them this way, then move like this and drag another guide out here, and then move this way and drag another guide. Of course, I'm holding Alt and clicking. Hold Alt and drag, and then drag your guides from here. So with this, we have our 5 different, guides. So I'm going to just mark all of these rectangles and delete them because we have no need for them. So I'm going to press delete on my keyboard. And then, so the next thing will be to split these, right? So I'm going to go to my slice tool, that's slice tool here. And I'm going to say slice from guides here. So click on slice from guides, and it's going to divide the page into 5 different slides. Now with this done, at the end I'm going to show you how to export each of these slides into separate files so that you can use them for your Instagram carousel and post them separately. So with what we have now, we're going to of course, create a rectangle here. Okay, this is black in color. I always like to add a background color of white when I'm working. Okay, right. So I'm just going to go bring in my images now. All the images I'm going to use first of all and place them well. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to here and get all of these images into my workspace, right? So okay, enter, right? So come to the first one and drag it here. Of course, bring this down, bring it down, and then drag this here, and then this one should be at the background. Okay, at the background, and then cool. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this black, right? Make this whole thing black, and then turn this into white, or maybe gray, something grayish. Then drag it to this next guy here, and I'm going to bring this image down or beneath it. So that's done. I'll have to reduce the opacity of this to, let's say, 30. Okay, hope that works. Sorry. Okay, so this color shouldn't be black, it should be something bluey, something like this should work. Okay, so we bring this to look this way, then this also should be here, right? And this should be here, yeah, I think so, and then hit this here, right? Okay, so bring this down like this way and this way. So we're going to zoom this out until it matches our slide, then press enter, and then reduce the opacity of this to, let's say, 70. Of course, bring this down also here, and then this too will increase the size of this to here, then reduce the opacity to, let me do 72 and see what it looks like. Okay, then of course bring it down also. Okay, then this our white background, we're going to drag it to this side with Alt and Shift, and then click and drag it through. That's that. So I would like to make this color a bit more gray, pink kind of, something like this. Yeah, something like this would do, and then press OK. The next thing I want to do is to start adding. Okay, before I start adding my text, I want to add the glow. If you look around our reference image, you notice there is a glow around here. Okay, glow around these images and all that. So we need to add that. We're going to do that with a brush. So we create a new layer, of course, beneath the phones, but above the background images. So we create a new layer here, click and press B to go to brush, reduce, give it a soft brush, right? Hardness of 0, of course, then size that is suitable of about 600, or let me reduce it to 300. I'll still increase it. I'll still increase the size of all of this. No, sorry, I want to change this to white, then begin to paint over it. Now when you've done this, you can press V and then increase the size of what you painted. Now you can see this side, but you can't see it here. That's because this rectangle is above, right? So we need to bring it beneath, right? This, and then yeah, of course this needs to be beneath this one too. So we need to bring it beneath this somewhere here, right? Okay. Oh no, sorry. I think what we'll do is we leave it on top, right? Then we clip it inside. So hold Alt and click to clip it inside. Sorry, this, clip this into this. Yeah. So we have it now. That's that. So instead of recreating this, I'm just going to duplicate it and bring it and use it for these other ones too. So this is my rectangle here. I mean my rectangle, of course, is a square. Then click this to change the color to pink, baby pink. Then bring this up on it to clip it inside the rectangle, right? And then rotate it to fit. That okay? Then drag this here too. Of course, stretch it a bit, flip it to match the shape of the phone, right? Then press enter to commit your changes. think that's basically it. I think we need to move over to text now. So the text we wrote here, of course, we need to reduce the size of that. Okay, so we're using the Nexa font. Okay, the link to, if you want to use this exact same font, I'm going to put the link in description so you can find it and use it. The fonts we have here, oh no, that's not the font we used. I think we use Poppins. Okay, the font we used here is Poppins, so I'm going to change this to Poppin. Okay, Poppin, Poppins bold for this. Okay, and then the text we have is top notch quality, right? So we're gonna write top notch quality. Okay, of course, reduce the line height. Then change this to Poppins light, right? So that's that. Then create also the text, the description text, right? So we're going to use the lorem ipsum text. I'm going to leave it the way it is, and reduce the line height. Okay, of course, change this to Poppins regular, right? Then of course reduce this font furthermore. Okay, I think that does it. Okay, then we can just this way, this point. I think we would want to reduce this a little bit more. Of course, make this 0, then reduce this one more. Yeah, so you can, of course, you can add your own text here as you see fit. Then I'm going to just hold Shift and Control and select this and duplicate it and bring, and of course drag them into other stuff that I have. Of course, I'm going to move this over here like this so you can have some space. Then for these white spaces, I'm going to now come duplicate this and then bring it here, change the color to something bluey. Yeah, this works. Then drag this down here and then change the text what the sharp camera, and then the text, so we can call this sharp camera, then leave the text as is, right? And then for this we'll need to change it to align with this, so bring it down a bit, press T and switch the paragraph to align to the right, use V to align both, and then move them over here. Yeah, just a bit lower like this. And for this beautiful interface, we'll just have to duplicate this, right? And then change the text color to this. Okay, so that's basically it. We'll need to move this over a bit for want of space, right? Then move these two over a bit too. Yeah, okay, beautiful interface. Beautiful interface. Okay, we need to give a little bit of space here. Yeah, and then over here we'll move the both a bit, change the text to, it's still top-notch quality. So I think all we need to do is to reduce the size of this, right? Yeah, size of this, move it over a bit so we can have some room here. Right, cool. So bring this up a bit for balance, and that is it. I think we have our design right here. So I think let me just give him some more space here. Yeah, so we have it here. This is our design. So how awesome is that? Beautiful. So this way we can, of course, you can tweak this to look however you want. If you want this to be darker, you can simply change the color of this to a darker blue, right? It gets a bit darker. Then something that you might observe, if you want, when something I just do, not all the time, but when I feel like I need more contrast to my design, when I'm done designing, I just add an adjustment layer above here. Sorry, adjustment layer, brightness and contrast here above all the design, and I just bump up the contrast a little bit. Has a way of making the design pop. So when you do that, just add a little brightness, just a little. That should be able to give you what you want. So look at before and look at after. Just kind of lights the whole design up and all of that. So one last thing before we go, how do you now export this into different, you know, into different slides? So I am pressing Ctrl H to hide and show my slices and all of my guides and all that. So if we want to export this, you come to File, Export, right? Instead of saying Export artboard to File, you're going to do Save for Web. So click on Save for Web, and then to open up, I'm going to zoom in, right? I'm going to zoom out rather, and then select all my designs, right? Of course, holding Shift in your keyboard. On your keyboard, select all my designs, and then I'm going to hit save, right? So save. It's going to ask me to choose a location. So I'm just going to choose my desktop, right? And I'm going to name it carousel design. Press save, and it's working on it. Okay, now let me switch to my desktop and see. Okay, we have an image folder, right? Okay, so these are my designs. Now this is the first one, second, third, fourth, fifth, and all of that. So if you want that's it. If you also want to export it as a full image, of course, you can just export artboards to file, and that's basically that's just how to do it. And then you run it, you choose your location and run it. If you want the link to all these image files that I use in this tutorial, I'm going to leave the link in description for you. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please click the like button and subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification button to be notified when next we release a video. Thank you very much for following this tutorial. I will see you in my next video.